Fine, thank you.
Okay, very good. Let's see who we have with us this morning. Position number one, it's my understanding, has been withdrawn. Kyle Cox. Position number two, Taylor Davenport.
Good morning, Judge. That'll be my case. I entered in a motion to withdraw. I spoke to Mr. Davenport, which I believe the 18th. He stated he wanted to hire private counsel, that he didn't want the services of the public defender's office. I told him about today's court date. I'm not sure why he's not here, but I can call him and ask where he is
Okay.
today.
Given that you've spoken with him and he knows that he's here, if he doesn't show up, the court's going to issue a bench warrant. So just let him know. And were there any motions filed in the case?
No, Judge, other than the motion to withdraw.
Okay, thank you. Position number three, is my understanding, was continued. Needy Janice.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning, ma'am. Let's see. Is that your understanding also?
Yes, Your Honor, I signed a consent order for it to be continued due to the pending appeal.
Right. So your case is going to, I guess it's going to be returned to the division judge, given that we don't know when will come back. Have you been in touch with Mr. Rosenberg?
Ben Session, yes. He just called me. He said we probably are excused for today's thing. So just get it clarified with the judge.
Yes, it has been continued. You'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir.
All right.
Okay, anything further? I'm sorry that you had to come down here this morning, but I would appreciate you being here, okay?
No problem.
Thank you. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Position number four, last name is Peterson. Good morning, Ms. Rothman.
Good morning, Your Honor. My client is on her way. That's going to be a plea. She's running late in traffic, about 15 more minutes.
Okay, thank you. We'll hold for your announcement on that. While I've got you there, you're also on my afternoon calendar with Wright. Do we know what we're doing in that case?
It's going to be a plea as well, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, court being recessed until we're ready to take the plea.
Well, yeah, you have to put the DocuSign.
Yeah, which, I mean, I can do on my.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good, Mr. Davenport?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Davenport. Let's see, it's my understanding that the last time that you were here, you sought to discharge the public defender and hire your own attorney, is that right?
Not the last time I was here, but that did recently happen.
Okay, so you have an attorney?
No, sir. It took place like last week.
Okay.
They would, recommunicate.
Okay, you were here last week?
No, I reached out to the public defender, over a month, I'm sorry, sir.
That's fine, go
I
ahead.
reached out to the public defender over a month ago. I guess she was on a leave of absence. I wasn't aware of that. But she finally reached back out to me about a week ago and, didn't really have any updates for me as far as our case. So I thought it'd be my best interest to maybe seek private counsel.
Okay, and is that what you continue to choose to do?
At this time, I believe so. Just based on, I believe, you were the judge that I initially seen, and, granted me a certain type of bail condition with respect to my situation. And, the only communication I received from 3 years ago up until now, was a plea offer, that kind of like went completely against what the original bail condition was. And it doesn't hurt, that help my family at all. So I was trying to explain to the public defender about 3 months ago, back in March, how, I'm at my wit's end. I haven't been able to really financially help my family because of this case and everything. And, my life has changed. I've bettered myself in a lot of areas, added to my family. But the only communication I received from the court, besides getting my case moved to ORCA in January of this year, only other communication I received was basically that plea offers in March, which basically said to stay away from my family, stay away from the incident. And the initial,
Okay, well, let's see, you could speak with either you want to hire an attorney. I'm not sure if Ms. Helen would agree to continue to represent you, but that's not something that you can't overcome. Your attorney could speak with the state could reach out to the alleged victims, and if there was not, and given the time frame and the situation, it might be that you would have no further violent contact as opposed to no further contact. So you can work through things like that. You understand what I'm saying? But you need someone to probably help you work through it. I don't know if Ms. Helen is willing to continue to represent you or not, but I would, give her that opportunity and give you that opportunity. And then she could possibly speak to the state on your behalf, and you all could try to work things out. You're here, but I don't know if Ms. Helen would agree to continue to represent. I don't know what the problem was, so.
Judge, as I outlined in my motion to withdraw, I've spoken to Mr. Davenport on several occasions. We've had Zoom conferences. We've gone over the initial discovery. We've reviewed the video discovery. We even talked about the basis of possible motions. My last legal reference would be for a jury trial. He stated he did not want that, and he did not want my representation for that. So I would be uncomfortable moving forward, Mr. Davenport.
Okay, so, Mr. Davenport, I'm happy to give you the opportunity to either speak with the state if you want to proceed pro se to see what the offer is in the case. If you choose to do that, if not, if you want to go hire an attorney, I'm happy to give you the opportunity to do that. I know it's an older case. It's back in 2021. Unfortunately, we're in the middle of a global pandemic at that time. That's why this ORCA calendar was established to help move some of these older cases along. If you do want to hire your own attorney, as I said, I'm happy to give you that opportunity, but your case is not going to stay with me. It's going to be returned to the division judge, another judge, and you're pretty much going to start with a new solicitor. And if you hire an attorney with your attorney.
I do appreciate that. And to be honest, I'm super overwhelmed. I'm not really sure of everything. I tried to look up a few terms myself and actually communicated to Ms. Helen before her leave of absence to reach out to the prosecutor based on the offer that was sent to me. So basically, I'm not admitting guilt or anything like that, but I wanted to proceed with my life. So I wanted to know if she was able to communicate, but that was months ago. And that's when she never got back to me. So upon our last interaction, our last phone conference, that's when I kind of I didn't know she was gonna leave in absence, so I just knew we had court this week, and I was kind of just, overwhelmed with everything, so, if she feel like she doesn't want to represent me, I certainly understand that, but I really, about two months ago, I asked her if she could communicate with the prosecutor. Because your, original, bail conditions were no violent contact, and to, basically just, work on myself, which I did. I did for 2 years until, unfortunately last summer when I wasn't on that pre-trial bail condition anymore. So, outside of that, I've only been trying to work on myself, so I asked her, can she communicate with the prosecutor? And I just never received that communication back to see if he even got it or not.
Okay, so let's just say we've moved on from there. I mean, okay, so let's start from where we are today. Okay, so today you are unrepresented and like I said, the options are, if you want to proceed pro se, I'm happy to give you the opportunity to speak with the solicitor. If you want me to give you the opportunity to hire counsel, I'm happy to do that also. So I
Am I
think
able to
those.
hear him out, and then if I don't like his offer, can I proceed with a lawyer at that point?
Of course. So before you do that, just let me advise you that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You do have the right to have an attorney present at these proceedings. And we've given you that opportunity, but I'm happy to let you speak with Mr. Birch or Ms. Waldrop today in regards to your case. But just know that they're the ones that are prosecuting you. And I think I understand what you're saying is that you have a problem with the no further contact with your family members. I'm not sure about anything further about your case, but you can talk with Ms. Waldrop about that, and she can have her victim advocate reach out, and maybe you all can come to terms on that. Okay.
Sir, thank you.
Okay. So you mind doing that for me today, Ms. Waldrop?
No, I'll do
Okay.
that.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Your Honor.
You're welcome, Mr. Davenport. I'll just hold for until I hear back from you all. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Court will be in recess.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
Judge, I just wanted to pull up the bond order because that's what we also went over with Mr. Davenport. It already says no further violent contact on that bond order.
Okay, so I just think that he needs someone to explain what, where we are with his case at this point in time. And I can understand his frustration.
Can you just explain to me your
I'm sorry, Mr. Glanville. Yes.
Hey, fine. Position 5, I think, has joined the
Oh, it's-
Zoom. Nadra, right? I think she's in a Nadra Lancaster.
Yes, Your Honor, I've asked my client for
Reporting
1:30
probation.
to join us now, so we can.
On the
go
bench
ahead.
trial calendar for 1:30, Your Honor.
Okay, so we can do them both at the same time?
Yes.
Okay,
And
that's
My other
fine.
client is
No
also
contact
signed- will be
to
signing
the
off.
incident site.
Okay, so let's see,
Meeting with my children.
as soon as I get the paperwork, we'll proceed. Okay,
And position 4 on the motions calendar has additionally joined.
that was
okay,
conveyed
thank you.
Was the 12-month probated sentence for you to complete DVIP, ADET, which is an alcohol and drug evaluation and any treatment deemed necessary, because it is our understanding that there may be issues there with substance abuse, okay? And that's from Ms. Wilson.
Let's see, hold on, before you go, tell me what you decided,
Okay,
Mr. Davenport.
It looks like
so
we-
kind of clearing up what the actual offer is, just two details that makes it actually easier to digest, but I would like maybe, I don't know, she said to hurry up and do it before the case leaves the court, but like just a little bit of time to think about it.
Okay. So, let's see, I have a status conference calendar on August 2nd. Does that give you enough time to think about it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to place you on that status conference calendar on August 2nd. And you come back at that time, tell me what you'd like to do. If you want to get an attorney, go ahead and try to try to get one. If you decide that you want to go ahead and accept the state's recommendation, then we can go move forward with it at that time. Also know that generally speaking, what I do is that if you're on probation, once you complete the terms of the probation, and most of these type of cases have the same types of sentences, I will have the probation go to a non-reporting status when you complete the terms, which means that you'll be on probation, but you won't have to report to probation, nor will you have to pay the probation fees, okay? So you can take that into your determination also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anything further this morning, Mr. Davenport?
Tried the lottery numbers, but besides that, you know.
Okay, don't we all?
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a good day.
Can I-
Patience.
I apologize, Judge. I just wanted to know what the ruling was for the motion to withdraw.
Did you file an order?
I did.
Okay, I'll sign the order.
Understood, Judge.
Okay, if you'll print that out for me, Ms. Smith. All right, have a good rest of your day, sir.
Thank you.
I
Have a great
appreciate it.
weekend. And thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yeah, I'll resend it to you.
Good morning, counsel. Which case are you here on today?
Judge, the last name is Salinas. I have a case number for the hill.
Okay, I don't have a Salinas on either one of my calendars.
Is there 9:30 calendar in here? Maybe it's another courtroom. Is there another
Yeah.
courtroom doing CIT cases today? Do you know?
The citation cases?
Yeah, I'm not sure what,
Might be Judge Roth. Yeah, Judge Roth's courtroom. I don't know the number of that one.
Is it ground floor?
No, it's up 2 or 3, I think,
Okay.
on the other building.
Well, I gotta go on a search then.
Good thing you're early.
What's that?
Good thing you're early.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Judge
I want to
Roth
say
is-
it's in
is on-
2K. Sorry to interrupt. I want to say it's in 2K.
All right.
Well, that's that
CIT.
building.
Apologies, it was 3, but he's already gone.
He'll figure it out.
I just resent that. Let me know if the court received it.
Didn't attach anything.
Okay, let's try to send it again.
Did they please see attach something?
Okay, I'll just
Thank you so much for sending it. Yes.
Good morning, Ms. Peterson. Can you hear me? You have to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself for me there.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, good morning. I'm Judge
Hello,
Eric.
Your Honor. Good morning.
I'm Judge Eric Morrow. If you can raise your right hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. And we'll be with you in just a moment.
Ready, Your Honor.
Okay.
This is the state of Georgia versus Shominique Peterson and case number 21 CR 007063B. We have reached a negotiated resolution in this case. The state will be null processing the DUI as well as the no license charge, and the expired tag charge will be amended to a following too closely. And that is the singular count that the defendant will be pleading guilty to. The condition will only be a $250 fine. So does the defense stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for purposes of the plea?
We do so, and this is Brenda Rothman on behalf of the defendant.
Anything further, Ms. Rothman?
That's all, Your Honor.
And when can Ms. Peterson get the fine paid? Is that something she'll be able to do?
Yeah, she can pay today, right, Mr. Peterson?
Yes, I can pay her literally right now, Your Honor.
Okay. So you'll have to come down here and get it paid, I believe. And there'll also be will be fees that go along with that. So I want to make sure that she brings the right amount or has the right amount when she comes. But okay, anything further before I take the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Peterson, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 007063B, you wish to plead guilty to following too closely. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Spectacular.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury? Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay, I will accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Peterson. As soon as you get the fine paid, you'll be done and can get this behind you. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Anything further from Ms. Peterson this morning?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go, ma'am. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
You as well,
Thank you.
Your Honor.
And Ms. Smith, I just sent that order. Let me know if you could.
Okay. Maybe I can do it right now.
Let's see, Ms. Wright, are you with me?
Yes,
Or
I'm here.
you go by Lancaster or Wright?
Lancaster, I got married.
Oh, okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Lancaster. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. Can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Burke.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is the state of Georgia. I'm just gonna go with the name that was on the accusation
Okay.
for continuity. This is the state of Georgia versus Nigel Wright, case number 20 CR 002708G. We have reached a negotiated resolution in this case. The state has agreed to no pros the DUI less safe. I did send that paperwork to Ms. Smith, and the defendant will be pleading guilty to the failure to maintain lane. In this case, the only condition will be a $250 fine to be paid. Does the defense stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for purposes of the plea?
We do so stipulate.
Anything further?
That's it, Your Honor.
Ms. Wright, it's my understanding that in case 20 CR 002708G, you wish to plead guilty to failure to maintain lane. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Highly satisfied.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No.
I will accept the plea as negotiated. Mrs. Lancaster, let's see. When can you get the fine paid?
We can do that
Today.
today, Your Honor.
Okay, so once you get the fine paid, you'll be done, and it's all be behind you. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, anything further for?
That's it. I'll wait for the paperwork to be completed so I can help them pay their fines and then may I be excused.
Yes, have a
Thank
good
you.
day. Good to see you as always.
You too.
Thank you. You have a good day, Ms. Lancaster.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I did just amend the accusation on the Peterson case, Ms. Smith.
Our court will be in recess until we have an announcement.
I think Mitnick said that
Judge Morrow, position 1 from the afternoon calendar is joined.
James Burge. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Glanville.
Okay, hold
Ms. Amin, are you with me? Mr. Amin, excuse me.
Yes, I am.
Yes, good morning, sir. Thank you for getting on a little bit early, for us. We can proceed with your matter as soon as, Ms. Elwanger joins us, okay? So we'll be with you as soon as she gets with us, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay, I just wanted to acknowledge that you were with me. Thank you. We'll be with you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Elwanger. Are you with me?
Miss Elwinger hasn't connected to the audio yet.
Thank you, Mr. Glanville.
Hello?
Can you hear me, Ms. Elwanger?
I can, Your Honor.
This is Attorney Mitnick.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for jumping on a little early for us. We appreciate it.
Of course.
Believe that your client's here with us also. Mr. Min, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Whenever you're ready.
Yes, Judge. Mr. Amin is pleading to one count of failure to yield right away. I will null process the remaining counts. We did agree to a sentence of 12 months probated for Mr. Amin to pay a $500 fine, complete an alcohol and drug evaluation and any treatment deemed necessary, and to complete risk reduction or a victim impact panel. And that is to terminate upon successful completion. Counsel, do you stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and identification for purposes of the plea?
So stipulated.
And there's nothing further from the state judge.
Yes, Ms. Elwanger.
Thank you, Your Honor. We just ask that you accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Amin has had no further interaction with law enforcement. I believe this is a good resolution. He did ask when we discussed this yesterday if the court would allow him to turn a no contest plea to the charge.
Does the state have any objection?
I'll defer to the court on that.
Okay. Does he have a history?
He does not, Judge. No
Okay.
record.
All right. Yes, I'll allow him to plead no contest, Ms. Elwanger.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And with your permission, I'll circle no contest at the top of the top of the plea form.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further before I take the plea?
No, Judge.
Mr. Amin, it's my understanding that in case 20 CR 005329G, you wish to plead no contest to failure to yield right of way. Is that correct?
Correct.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading no contest to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead no contest?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea as negotiated. Mr. Amin, when you complete the terms of the probation, it will terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation. Let's see, if you will put your email address into the chat for me, we'll send you where you need to report to probation. I ask that you report within the next 2 weeks or so, okay?
All right. Do I go ahead and put it in the chat right here?
Yes, if you would, please.
Your Honor, and I did not think about, he resides in Charleston or the suburbs of Charleston.
Okay.
Would he be able to report virtually?
He can report by phone or virtually. It's fine with me.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so we have that. So you can expect that you'll get an email from us regarding the probation. Anything further this morning?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, you all have a good rest of your day. Again, I appreciate you all jumping on a bit early for us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good day. And Ms. Carter, just so you know, we're trying to, these are from our afternoon calendar, so we've gotten in touch with the attorneys on the other two cases that we have on the afternoon calendar. They should be joining us shortly so that we can complete everything this morning. So we can let you go for the afternoon, okay?
Okay, that's
All
fine,
right.
Judge. I have it on so I can hear you when you come up.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate your patience.
Has anyone been in touch with Attorney Friedman? He's on his way here? Okay.
Yeah, the no possible.
It's a minute now.
This is James.
Good morning. Who do I have under Tim's iPhone? Can you unmute yourself for me, sir?
Yes,
Yes, good morning. Tell me your name.
Tim Dang.
I think he's
Yes,
position three.
You're position 3. Good morning, Mr. Dang. I'm Judge Eric Mara. Thank you for jumping on a little bit early for us today. We'll be with you as soon as Mr. Mitnick is with us, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Just wanted to acknowledge that you're with us.
Your Honor, Mr. Mitnick has joined the Zoom.
Good morning,
Good
Your Honor.
morning, Mr. Mitnick. Thank you for joining us a bit early.
My pleasure. I was in Forsyth Zoom court, but their system wasn't working, so they had to reset us, so it made me available.
Okay. Your client was on with us just a little while ago. I think that he's dropped off.
I'll have my office reach out to him real quick.
Okay, thank you. Just let me know when he can get back
He's
on.
joining back right now.
Okay, excellent. Yes, good morning again, Mr. Dang. Can you unmute yourself for me, please, sir?
Can you hear me, Judge?
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you, sir. Can you raise your right hand for me?
I can't hear you.
Okay.
Dewey, can you hear me?
He's
I
connected to the
can't hear
audio.
you.
So it's his device. He's connected to the audio.
You think it would help for him to log back out and log in again, or does he need to get another device?
Maybe so. Oh, no, he did it.
Yeah, he could hear us earlier, so,
He logged out. I think he's gonna join back.
okay, thank you.
Can you hear us now, Dewey?
Yes.
Okay, very good, Mr. Dang. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Judge. Your Honor, Mr. Dang is pleading to one count of disorderly conduct. I will tender a null pros on the remaining counts. We came to a negotiated resolution of 12 months probation for Mr. Dang to complete an anger management evaluation and any treatment deemed necessary, as well as a mental health evaluation and any treatment deemed necessary, a substance abuse evaluation and any treatment deemed necessary, 40 hours of community service, and have no further contact with Mr. Tim Dang or Miss Ivy, spelled A-I-V-Y, Dang. Counsel, do you stipulate to a factual basis, venue, and identification for purposes of the plea?
We do.
Nothing further from the state judge.
Anything further, counsel?
Judge, I would just ask for a couple of things. One, my client resides out of state, so we would ask that he be able to report by phone or mail. And then secondly, if upon the completion of all of his conditions, and if there is any treatment upon the completion of that treatment, if the probation could terminate at that time.
Any objection?
Your Honor, we didn't discuss termination. I would just defer to the court on that.
Okay. Does he have a history?
One moment, Your Honor.
And it's fine with the court if he reports by phone or given that he lives out of state. And Mr. Dang, if you can go ahead and put your email address in the chat for me, we will send you where you need to report to probation.
Your Honor, I see 4 cycles of arrest out of Florida. It appears that the only conviction was for a possession of marijuana. It looks like less than an ounce, and a driving while license suspended. With respect to his Georgia GCIC, give me one moment. I see 3 cycles of arrests with a previous no-low conviction for driving while license suspended, and a no-low used in 2006 for disorderly conduct. That's all I see, Judge.
Okay. Given his history, Mr. Mitnick, I'll have it terminate upon completion. So the sooner he gets it done, the sooner he won't be on probation. Anything further before I take the plea?
No, Judge, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Dang, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 006495G, you wish to plead guilty to disorderly conduct. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Dang. We have your email address. We will send you where you need to report to probation. I'll allow you to do that by phone. Given that you live out of state, I ask that you report within the next 2 weeks or so. Once you complete the terms of the probation, it will terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
And Your Honor, just very briefly, the condition of no further contact, we do want that to be clear, and for the 12 months. So as long as, is that termination going to be subject to him having no further contact with Mr. Tim or Ms. Ivy?
And Judge,
Yes.
just to address that quickly, Mr. Dang no longer lives in Georgia. He's not gonna come across them or see them. He doesn't live in the state anymore, Judge.
Okay, well, for the remainder of the probation and term, he's not to have any contact with them.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, anything further this morning?
No, Your Honor.
If not, thank you both for jumping on a bit early for us. Good luck to you, Mr. Dang, and we'll see you next time, Mr. Mitnick.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
So we have one additional case from the afternoon calendar. It's my understanding that Mr. Friedman is on his way and should be here in the next 15 or 20 minutes or so. So we will be in recess until he joins us.
Your Honor, I have had trouble reaching out to Ms. Miller. Is there a way the court can let her know that she doesn't need to record, or I know she has conflicts for this morning. I don't know if she was still planning to show up this afternoon or whether.
Okay, we'll email her. Thank you. And there were no motions pending and.
Nothing was filed.
Okay, all right. So if we can send her an email. Okay. So the court will be in recess until Mr. Friedman arrives. Let's see, we're back on the record. Ms. Carter.
I already called him. Yeah.
All right, the state, calls the case of the State versus Spencer Williams, case number 20 CR 002903G. Case was on for this afternoon at 1:30. State's counsel is here and the defendant and his counsel are present as well. Mr. Birch.
Yes, Your Honor, this case is a DUI from 2019, where the defendant was arrested, early one morning, due to a single car accident. And now I spoke with Attorney Friedman yesterday afternoon, about what specific issues he wanted to challenge at this suppression hearing today. And, based on the conversation we had yesterday, it was surrounding the issue of a lack of Miranda warnings, in this case prior to the DUI investigation that took place. And so, given that all of the evidence in this case would show this court that there were no Miranda warnings done, the defendant was in custody at the time of the DUI investigation. The state is willing to stipulate to those facts and, in the interest of judicial efficiency, move forward directly to the legal argument in this case. And so the officer is not coming today based upon the singular fact of the issue that Mr. Attorney Friedman told me he intended to argue today. And so the state is ready to move forward with legal arguments in this case, and willing to stipulate to the factual basis underlying the defense's motion to suppress.
Your Honor, with the stipulation, also in my motion that was filed was for the Miranda and a dismissal, Your Honor. So with this stipulation, we ask that the court grant the dismissal that the state is stipulated to, which is in my written argument.
That's not what I said. Stipulate to the issue of the lack of Miranda warnings in this case.
And we'd be ready for our hearing, Your Honor, at this time, which the court has set. So we'd ask that the case be dismissed for want of prosecution without the state being present. And I have a copy of my motion for this honorable court.
The motions that were already filed?
They are.
I have them. Thank you.
And it's right on there as well with the dismissal as well. So I think if my motion was to be granted on its face, the case would be dismissed at this time. Otherwise, we'd be ready to go forward with hearing an argument to this honorable court.
Had the officer been subpoenaed?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
What do you mean? Right, I mean, we had to.
Yes, Your Honor, we attempted to subpoena him through the typical channels, APD subpoenas that we do with all Atlanta Police Department officers. It was brought to our attention yesterday that he no longer works in law enforcement. And so we were unable to subpoena him for this calendar. But having spoken with Mr. Friedman yesterday afternoon, the state does not deny the fact that Miranda warnings were never read into this case, or excuse me, to the defendant prior to the DUI investigation. But the state's position is that doesn't mean that this case should be dismissed at this time.
Anything further, Mr. Freeman?
No, Your Honor, I'll just renew my original, ask this honorable court to dismiss this case for want of prosecution for the state not having their witness present today for a hearing that was scheduled.
Okay. I'm going to take it under advisement and get you an order. I suggest that you all might want to step into the hallway and speak if you choose to.
Sure, I'm happy to do that.
Court will be in recess until there's an announcement.
May I be a
Your Honor, we did engage in negotiations. We were unable to reach an agreement. And so our status has not changed. The state's willing to stipulate to the lack of Miranda warnings prior to the DUI investigation in this case, and is ready to present legal argument to the court.
Okay, I'll get y'all in order early next week.
Your Honor, may I renew my motion to dismiss as well? This case has been going on for almost 5 years. This is a 2019 arrest, Judge. My client has never missed a single court date. He's always been present at every court, comes early when the court asks. I mean, he is at the court's mercy and pleasure. Not really pleasure, but at the court, he will comply with the court, Judge. We'd ask that this case be dismissed. The state had notice of this hearing. They've had 5 years to prepare for this case. They could have their officer present. It's not just now they want to stipulate to part of it, but there's more to the motion than just part of it. It would need the officer's testimony. There was a lot that went on that evening that has to be addressed to this honorable court. We'd ask that the case, that you grant our motions and dismiss this case, Your Honor.
Okay, I will get you in order early next week.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right,
That would
anything
conclude
further?
our business with this honorable court. May we be?
Yes, I appreciate y'all coming in a little early for it.
My
We
pleasure,
appreciate
Judge.
it.
We'd be
Thank you.
happy to do whatever the court asks.
Excellent, excellent. Y'all have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that covers both of our calendars today. So y'all have a great week.